Shalom, shalom, family, and welcome back to another DSTM. I am the messenger. And my reader for today is
Shalom, brother. Shalom.
So, part two, as promised, part two of our last Sabbath message that we had. Genetically modified sisters, part two. Genetically modified sisters, part two, right? Because we keep seeing, and we're going to continue to see our sisters modifying themselves generically modified sisters, not genetically, generically modified sisters. We're going to continue seeing our sisters modify themselves. All right. Today I'm going to start off with this definition, modified, before we go into our other opening precepts we like to use for this platform. So, modified. All right. The definition of modified: make partial or minor changes to something, typically so as to improve it or to make it less extreme. I'm going to read it again. Make partial or minor changes to something. That's what the sisters are doing. They're making partial and minor changes to what? Their skin, their hair, their eyes, their bodies. Okay? That's modified. Okay? Make partial or minor changes to something, typically so as to improve. They thinking that the way that the Most High God created them is not the way in their eyes is the best for them. So they making these minor changes to something, typically so as to improve. This is what they thinking. They thinking that they are improving themselves outwardly, right? Carnally, because we all know we need to be getting ourselves together spiritually. Okay? Typically so as to improve it or to make it less extreme. Okay? We going over today, we're going to get off into this melanin. So a lot of our people think that being too black is extreme. They calling it extreme, okay? Why? Because if you didn't think it was extreme, you wouldn't be trying to lighten your skin tone. But today, we're going to show you that your melanin is so precious. Your skin tone is so valuable. And it's a lot of people other than the so-called African American wish that they had this melanin that you are modifying, okay? That you are generically changing, because you cannot change it genetically. You cannot go change your genetics, okay? So, that's the definition. I'm going to read it one more time. Make partial or minor changes to something, typically so as to improve it or to make it less extreme. They put it in a sentence, okay? She may be prepared to modify her views. Okay? Let me give you another one. Biology, okay? This is in biology, right? Transform or structure from its original anatomical form during development or evolution. So it's basically going against your anatomy. Okay? It's transforming your structure from its original anatomical form during development or evolution. So when the Most High created you, you're now trying to transform yourself. Now, you know we don't deal with evolution you know, they're going to stick that word in there or whatever. That's why I say you got to watch Google too, because Google is ran by your friendly neighborhood white man. Okay? So you definitely got to watch the definitions of things in a word play as well. Okay? So yes, that's what modify means. That's what modify means. Now we're going to go to generically, because I want to bring this out again. I brought this out last Sabbath, but I'm going to bring it out again. I'm going to let my reader read it too. Just give me that definition on
generically. All right. Generically, it's an adverb in a way that relates to a class or group of similar things, not specifically.
So it's relating to something, to groups and things, but not specifically. Meaning, of course, when they lighten your hair, you lighten your eyes and your skin, you are relating to who? The Europeans, or to some people do the slanted eye thing. You know, they be doing a lot of you know, like the Egyptians slanting their eyes, or even the Asians. Okay, the Moabites, right? So you still changing yourself to relate to a certain group of people. That's not you. All right, that's all I want on generically. So that's what we're going over today, brothers and sisters. Generically modified sisters, part 2. And let's open up with Malachi 2:7. Let's go there first.
All right, I'm already there.
You're already there. Let me get it there. And you got to read it.
The book of Malachi, chapter 2, verse 7. For the priest's lips should keep knowledge, and they should seek the law at his mouth. For he is the messenger of the Lord of hosts.
He is the what?
For he is the messenger of the Lord of hosts.
Welcome to our platform, our channel. DSTM, don't shoot the messenger. We just the messengers. Oh, what are you? You this, you this, you. Oh, we just a messenger. A lot of people love to put titles and names on us. You know what I'm saying? Of course, we the children of Israel. But I'm comfortable. Just call me the messenger. You can call me a prophet. You can call me a brother, a teacher. You know?
Yeah.
You know, because I was at work and a young lady was like, "Oh man, you know, you're knowledgeable. What are you?"
Right.
Hey, I'm just the messenger. You know, that's another way. You know, all the other teachers that's out here. You know what I'm saying, that don't want to really go into deep conversations and things of that's religion based, because we're not a religion. You know, we're a nationality of people. But at your jobs and the places that you employed at, they don't want you going off into that. You know what I'm saying? To, you know, scared that you might offend certain religions and cultures and stuff like that. So a lot of jobs, you're not really supposed to talk about that. So a lot of people, hey, what are you? I'm just a messenger.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's how I spin them off, man. All right. Give me Ezekiel 3:17. Let me get this blood off my hand. You know, because someone asked, hit that, someone asked, why the hell you care? Why you give a damn? I got to get this blood off my hand. This is why I care. This is why I give a damn. You got it? Read it.
The book of Ezekiel, chapter 3, verse 17. Son of man, I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel. Therefore hear the word at my mouth, and give them warning from me.
Read.
When I say unto the wicked, thou shalt surely die, and thou givest him not warning, nor speakest to warn the wicked from his wicked way, to save his life, the same wicked man shall die in his iniquity, but his blood will I require at thine hand.
Read 17. That way I can make a point on it.
Verse 17. Son of man, I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel.
To the house of who?
Unto the house of Israel.
So we are the watchmen. to the house of Israel. Okay? Now, if the other people want to hear it, they want to follow these laws, statutes, and commandments, that's great. But we are the watchmen to the house of Israel. Right? Read.
Therefore, hear the word at my mouth and give them warning from me.
So we got to hear the word, which is the word of the Most High God, which comes from where? The Holy Bible. Like I say, people want to talk about this, but do they really believe in it? A lot of people don't really believe in this Bible. It's sitting up, it's collecting dust. The preachers is just basically making money off of you. You know, you're going into church on Sunday, which is the first day of the week. You're not keeping the Sabbath, which is on the seventh day of the week, which is Saturday. Okay, Friday at sundown and Saturday sundown. That's considered the Sabbath. You're not doing that. You're partying. You're celebrating life. You're celebrating graduations. You're celebrating whatever it is that you accomplished. And, you know, they give you a paycheck and you go out and you break the Sabbath. Okay? That's what you're doing. All right? Continue to read.
Verse 18. When I say unto the wicked, thou shalt surely die.
Thou shalt what?
Thou shalt surely die.
You're going to die. You're going to die. Read.
And thou givest him not warning, nor speakest to warn the wicked from his wicked way, to save his life.
So we supposed to warn the wicked to save his life. If we don't say, hey, you're going to die. You're going to die. I'm telling you right now. Everybody at the sound of my voice that's listening, you're going to die if you don't change. We serve a merciful God. You can change. We all did some things that, we don't want mentioned. And you can repent. And you can change and start following these laws, statutes, and commandments. Read.
To save his life.
We do this to save your life, to save his life, to save her life, to save their lives, right? Read.
The same wicked man shall die in his iniquity, but his blood will I require at thine hand.
If we don't warn the wicked, he's going to die in his iniquity, but the blood is going to be on our hands. So we got to warn the wicked. So once I'm building up now that I build up my followers, or my Facebook followers, my Instagram followers, my YouTube followers, that's to get the blood off my hand. When you get the message in your inbox, I'm sharing things with you. That's to get the blood off my hand. This is why we do this. Continue.
Verse 19. Yet if thou warn the wicked, and he turn not from his wickedness, nor from his wicked way, he shall die in his iniquity, but thou hast delivered thy soul.
So we warn them, we warn you, we warn y'all, and y'all turn not. You're going to die in your iniquity. But guess what? We delivered our soul. The blood is off our hands. It's on you. It's on you. All right? Let's go in a little further. All right. Generically modified sisters. Generically modified sisters. All right. First, let's go into the hair, because this is what I said I was going to bring out. So I'm going to bring out some things concerning this blonde hair. It's trending. Blonde hair. Where did it come from? Why is it so popular? Why everybody want to wear it? We know why it's so popular, because, you had people like, the blonde bombshells like Marilyn Monroe and, a bunch of other stars y'all look at. They got blondes that's naturally blonde, that's not naturally blonde. A lot of these women don't even be naturally blonde. Okay. They say blondes are more fun and whatever little sound bite. Yeah. They put things out like that or whatever to kind of promote these things or whatever. Okay, but the yellow strand of hair comes from leprosy. That's exactly where it comes from. And it also comes from lack of melanin in the skin. Okay. Which we went over a little bit, but we're going to touch on it more today. Okay, we're going to touch over that. We're going to go over that melanin today, right? So give me Leviticus 13, verse 29.
All right. I'm already
You already
there.
there? Great. You got to read it.
The book of Leviticus, chapter 13, verse 29. If a man or a woman have a plague upon the head or the beard.
Stop. Have a what?
Have a plague upon the head or the beard.
Have a plague upon the head or the beard. Read.
Then the priest shall see the plague, and behold, if it be in sight deeper than the skin, and there be in it a yellow thin hair.
A what?
A yellow thin hair.
No, a black hair.
A yellow thin hair.
No, a brown hair.
A yellow thin hair.
A yellow thin hair. Now, the top. Read 29 again. That way they can know what's going on. Read 29 again.
Verse 29. If a man or woman have a plague upon the head or the beard.
So if a man or a woman have a plague upon the head or the beard, because I'm seeing a lot of brothers out here with that blonde hair too.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the what is his name? The football player.
Nah, I forgot. I don't even know.
Beckham.
Odell Beckham. Oh yeah,
Odell
yeah.
Beckham.
He started that.
You feel
jump.
me? He started doing like that real blonde hair.
Yeah.
You know, then you had the Ciscos and all of them or whatever. But like Odell really got that blonde hair popping in, for the brothers or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So you got the Odell Beckhams, you got like all those different kind of brothers, the Ciscos and
LaMelo.
Oh yeah, LaMelo. Then you got even got these rappers. You got Young Thug. You got what's this dude? Dude from Chicago.
Man, you gonna be doing that jump.
Yeah,
it's a lot of rappers that be doing that jump, man. Lil Wayne did it.
The other Lil Durk.
Oh yeah,
Lil Durk. Everybody is doing this blonde hair. It's trending, man.
Yeah.
But we finna show y'all its origins, right? If a man or a woman, verse 29, if a man or a woman have a plague upon the head or the beard, so it's a plague, read verse 30.
All right. Then the priest shall see the plague, and behold, if it be in sight deeper than the skin, and there be in it a yellow thin hair, then the priest shall pronounce him unclean.
Pronounce him what?
Shall pronounce him unclean.
No, healthy.
Shall pronounce him unclean.
No, clean.
Shall pronounce him unclean.
Okay, so you'll pronounce unclean when you got that yellow hair in your head. You unclean. I don't care if it's fake. I don't care if you dyed it. Just the whole origins of it will make you be like, whoa, hold on. This is a sign of uncleanness. This ain't godliness. This is unclean. Okay? Just the sign of it. That's like, a person that got AIDS or whatever. And we know that one of the symptoms of AIDS is
You said the symptoms?
One of the symptoms of AIDS is, he started getting boils all over his body. I'm just using this for example, right? And you go get somebody, make it cool to have a certain, markings on your body or whatever. Like, why would you do that if that resembles something unclean? You know what I'm saying? Why would you go do anything that resembles something that's not clean? I don't understand. Okay? That just probably was a bad example, but y'all get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying. Why would you want to mimic something that's not clean, right? Okay, continue.
All right. Okay.
Pronounce him unclean.
Shall pronounce him unclean. It is a dry scab, even a leprosy upon the head or beard.
There you go. It's a leprosy upon the head or beard. Okay? It's a leprosy upon the head or beard. Continue reading.
All right. Verse 31. And the priests look, and if the priest look on the plague of the skull, and behold, it be not in sight deeper than the skin, and that there is no black hair in it.
There's what?
There is no black hair in it.
There is no black hair in it. So you got black hair on your head. You got dark brown hair in your head. Right? Why would you want to change it yellow? Why would you want to change it leprous looking? Because black means healthy. We finna read this to you. Black hair means healthy hair. Start from 31 again.
Verse 31. And if the priest look on the plague of the skull, and behold, it be not in sight deeper than the skin, and that there is no black hair in it, then the priest shall shut up him that have the plague of the skull 7 days.
So you had to be quarantined if you had yellow hair for 7 days. You know how people be in quarantine right now for corona? If you had yellow hair, you had to be quarantined to make sure that this leprosy don't spread to others, and make sure it's not spreading throughout your body. So this is how our physicians, our priests handle this matter. But no, you want to go bleach your hair, which is chemicals, by the way. Or you want to go put a wig on your hair, on your head, which you're not getting no air, no oxygen to your hair, nothing, which is basically covering up your pores, and you wonder why you don't have hair growth. But if you was to grow some locks out and you keep your hair in a natural form, you wonder why it gets so long. Because your hair can breathe. Our hair grows to the sun. You know what I'm saying? That energy in them UV rays and things and that sunlight are vitamins for us. Okay? Continue reading.
Verse 32. And in the 7th day the priest shall look on the plague, and behold, if the skull spread not, and there be in it no yellow hair, and the skull be not in sight deeper than the skin, he shall be shaven. But the skull shall he not shave, and the priest shall shut up him that have the skull 7 days.
7 what?
7 days.
Okay, read that from the top again.
Verse 32. And in the 7th day the priest shall look on the plague, and behold, if the skull spread not.
If the skull spread not. Read.
And there be in it no yellow hair.
And it be in it no yellow hair. No yellow hair. No yellow hair. Our forefathers didn't deal with the yellow hair. Okay? Granted, yeah, we had some of our forefathers was born that was leopards, right? You got clean leopards, you got unclean leopards, right? So you had some that was born lighter than others, and they was considered clean because it was throughout their whole body or whatever. But if you had dark hair and it was to change, like y'all generically modifying your hair, okay, back then that was a problem. You couldn't change your hair from being black to yellow. You couldn't do it, because if that was happening, you was considered unclean, right? Continue.
All right. And there be in it no yellow hair, and the skull be not in sight deeper than the skin, he shall be shaven. But the skull shall he not shave, and the priest shall shut up him that have the skull 7 days more.
7 days more. So the priest was trying to make sure that you was well and it wasn't shaving. It wasn't spreading. Okay? Verse 33.
All right.
34.
Verse 34. And in the seventh day the priest shall look on the skull, and behold, if the skull be not spread in the skin, nor be in sight deeper than the skin, then the priest shall pronounce him clean.
Then the priest shall pronounce him what?
Clean.
Clean. Read.
And he shall wash his clothes and be clean.
And then you're going to wash your clothes and be clean. 35.
But if the skull spread much in the skin after his cleansing, then the priest shall look on him. And behold, if the skull be spread in the skin, the priest shall not seek for yellow hair. He is unclean.
He is unclean. Ain't no sense to even looking for it. You unclean. Continue.
But if the skull be in his sight at a stay, and that there is black hair grown up therein.
That is what hair?
That there is black hair grown up therein.
So this black hair was the sign of the person's healthy.
Mm-hmm.
That's what this black hair means. That you are healthy. They looking for black hair. Black hair is the sign if you are healthy or not. They just looking for black hair. Continue reading.
All right. The skull is healed.
The skull is what?
Is healed.
So the skull is healed if you have black hair in it. And you can do that test on yourself. You got a little dry patch or whatever, because I work in the sun a lot. And sometimes your skin can, get a little flaky. I had like that, a little flaky skin, and you remember that little dry patch I had.
Yeah,
I had like a little dry patch of skin.
You got scared.
I was like, dang, what the hell is this? But I knew scripture, so I looked at it. I said, no, we good, because it got that black hair in it. So it's just a dry patch of skin that flaked up, and I'm talking about I scraped the skin off of it, and it was lighter. It was probably about this color. See that? I wear my watch, so just like my arms, so when I'm out, that melanin get the popping. I can go outside in the sun, that melanin get the popping, but the spot that I'm telling y'all about, that's what it was like. It was like that. Mm-hmm. It had that little scabby look. But I looked down in it and I was like, okay, it got a black hair in it. So I'm clean. Right? Continue.
The skull is healed.
The skull is what?
Is healed.
It's healed.
He is clean.
He is what?
He is clean.
He is clean. Read.
And the priest shall pronounce him clean.
And the priest shall pronounce him clean. So you can go read all of this on your time, you know what I'm saying? But this is how we determine. So getting rid of your black hair, that black hair is a sign that you are clean. That's what it means. It also means that your melanin is popping. That's what it means. The darker your eyes are, your hair is, the darker your skin is, you are clean. That melanin, that you got that dominant gene. We was talking about recessive and dominant last Sabbath.
All right.
Okay. So I wanted to bring that out. Give me Numbers 12 and 9. We're gonna stay on this leopards for a few more minutes. This is what happened to Miriam. Okay. Numbers 12. Start at verse 9. You got to read.
The book of Numbers, chapter 12, verse 9. And the anger of the Lord was kindled against them, and he departed, and the cloud departed from off the tabernacle. And behold, Miriam became leprous.
Became what?
Became leprous.
Read.
White as snow.
White as what?
White as snow.
So this also proof that our ancestors are dark skinned, are melanated. Okay? Miriam became leprous, white as snow. That means she had to be dark skinned.
Mm-hmm.
She couldn't have been white already and then became white as snow.
Right.
No. Okay? Read.
White as snow. And Aaron looked upon Miriam, and behold, she was leprous.
She was what?
She was leprous.
She was leprous. That means she was white, leprous. She was stricken with leprosy. Okay? Read.
Verse 11. And Aaron said unto Moses, Alas, my Lord, I beseech thee, lay not the sin upon us.
The what?
Lay not the sin upon us.
Lay not the sin upon us. So this was a curse. They didn't want that sin. Read.
Wherein we have done foolishly, and wherein we have sinned.
We have sinned. Read.
Let her not be as one dead, of whom the flesh is half consumed, when he cometh out of his mother's womb.
There you go. So we didn't want to walk around the flesh half consumed.
Mm-hmm. As one dead, of whom the flesh is half consumed.
Exactly.
As he cometh out of his mother's womb.
You don't want it. You don't want that pale look, that white look.
That's what he was talking about. Because I know I look very, very white coming out.
Because hey, we don't, up in there, it's dark. It's dark in that womb. So when we come out the womb, yeah, we are light. But when soon as they put us under that warming light, we start getting darker instantly. They throw up on us. They throw us up under that light, man. We start getting darker, and then a lot of us are born dark.
Right, that too.
I didn't see babies come out, man.
Dark
They be
skin.
dark. That melanin popping. So you can't say that. That's why it goes back, and we're gonna read more about the melanin. It's genetic. You can't say, "Oh, you being a son, that's why you dark." Your genetics is what produced the melanin. If that's the case, anybody can stand in the sun and get dark. It don't work like that. Okay? That's all I wanted on that. We're going to come back to more scripts. But I want to read some more about this melanin. Okay? Melanin is worth over $500 per gram. Okay? In comparison, today's value of gold is only $53 a gram. $53 a gram. So that means melanin is roughly 10 times the value of gold. Scientists are still learning about all of the benefits. Family, you are worth more than gold. That's scriptural too. We're going to bring some of them out. You are worth more than gold. And the Most High going to make you way more valuable than you are now. You're going to be made pure gold. You're going to be made more valuable than the Ophir. We're going to bring that out. Okay? So you are 10 times worth more than gold. All right? I'm gonna click on some more of these. How much is 1 gram of melanin worth? Okay, produced with conventional technology, melanin is often priced at $350 per gram. The scientists are trying to make this melanin. It's so valuable that scientists is trying to make it. And they are making it. Of course, they are making it organically, right? Because they can't do that. They can't make it organically. But they are extracting it from our brothers and sisters. It can be extracted. We're going to read that. Okay? So yeah, melanin is worth more than gold and platinum. Melanin is worth more than gold and platinum. Okay, here's another article. Biochemical melanin found in black people is worth 8 times more than gold. Found in who? Black people. So y'all out here creaming up, taking pills, I came across that too. It's like 10 different creams that you can take to take that melanin from your skin. Mm-hmm. So these articles they ain't gonna share. You ain't gonna see this floating around on Facebook.
Right.
They ain't gonna show you that. They're gonna only show that you are devalued. They're not gonna show you your value. They ain't gonna show you your value. And guess what? Melanin holds value. Long as you breathing. Matter of fact, it's a lot of us popping up dead out here. All those runs of our sisters winding up missing. This sex trafficking thing they had going on, and people ain't been. Listen, man. If you ain't seen the movie Get Out, it's real. Stuff like that's happening for real. Okay? They know your value. You don't know your value. Because if you knew your value, you won't be out here bleaching your skin. You won't be out here dyeing your hair. You won't be doing none of that. They know you valuable. You don't know your value. Okay? Here's another article. You're worth more than gold. Okay? Here's another one. The average black person has almost 40 million worth of melanin in their body. The average black person is worth $40 million. The average black person is worth $40 million. You won't touch the average so-called Negro won't even see $1 million. But your melanin is worth 40 times $1 million. Mm-hmm. Like, right. Your melanin is so valuable. My job is to tell you you are valuable. You gotta act like it. How you act your worth is what? Following these laws, statutes, and commandments. That what makes you valuable in the Most High eyesight.
Right. Your DNA too.
You know what I'm saying?
Because it goes deeper than just melanin too.
Right. Of course it's your DNA. You know what I'm saying? But he's only looking at how are you behaving in your $40 million vessel. That's what he's looking at. He looks spiritually, but I'm just showing you how he made y'all worth, how you are valued. Okay? Let's move on a little further. Can you extract melanin? Scientists have devised a way to extract and inject melanin. Scientists have devised a way to extract and inject melanin. So they found a way to extract it. It goes back to what I just said. Where are these bodies? Where are these bodies? Where are these bodies at? They can't find.
Right. How much they paying these folks?
You know? Because if they can extract it, and the average black person is worth at least $40 million.
Mm-hmm. Somebody supposed to be rich.
Somebody getting paid. I'm just going to tell you. And then I'm going to tell you something else I just thought about. Our brothers and sisters that's being so-called cremated. Have y'all seen them getting burned up? You feel me? You understand what I'm saying?
What you talking about?
Cremated. You know what cremated is? Mm-hmm. Burning the body. Have y'all seen your loved ones get burned? Put in the furnace? Did you stand there and watch it? No. So how you know that them ashes you got in that little urn or whatever it's called is your loved one? Get what I'm saying?
Yeah, they gotta think about that.
How you know that's your loved one? It could be some ashes off a barbecue pit.
Oh,
You understand?
yeah.
If you worth 40 million, you're melanin and they can extract it.
Yeah, they want everything from you. They want your organs. They want it all.
So they saying, oh, just cremate them. Man, you don't know what they did with your parts or your organs. Your organs, your parts, or your melanin. Because your melanin is worth more than your organs. I'm telling y'all. Let's read this again. Scientists have devised a way to extract and inject melanin, making skin pigment a commodity. The film center around Bato, a young community activist fighting against melanin extraction, a practice that pays donors to remove all pigment from their skin. So you got people that's fighting against melanin extraction, saying that's wrong. Okay? So yes, melanin can be extracted and injected. But we are here killing each other and we don't know the value of ourselves. Okay? I want to read a couple more, and then we're going to go into some script. Okay, here go one. Is darker skin healthier? Since the role of melanin in the skin is to absorb and scatter energy from ultraviolet lights, having a dark complexion reduces the risk of sun damage, particularly as it pertains to skin aging and skin cancer formation. So darker skin is healthier. You know how damaging UV light is, ultraviolet light. You know how powerful it is that we can stand out there and it just bounce off our skin.
And it's gonna get absorbed.
You feel me? Or absorb. Since
Yeah.
the role of melanin in the skin is to absorb and scatter energy from ultraviolet UV lights. So it absorbs it and it scattered it. It scattered it. Our skin is amazing.
That's why we be looking like we be out there glowing and shining and junk.
Exactly. It hit us, it absorbs, and then it just don't absorb in one spot. It scatters it. That's amazing. You walking around literally on some superhero kind of deal. But no, we want to kill each other, shoot up each other, act crazy.
Right.
Okay, what race has the most melanin? Of course, African. They got African right here. That's no question.
Right. They so hot over there.
So we know how valuable melanin is. We went over yellow hair. Okay. Yes, there are ways that it's about 7 skin creams that they are using to lighten skin. Okay. It is a way that you can decrease your melanin. That is to put on sunblock. I had a sister at work was like, "Hey man, wear sunblock." I'm like, "For what?" You remember that? We was at work. And she was saying how too much melanin is bad for you and all that. Don't call the sister name out. But she was like, "Yeah." And I'm like, "What?"
I don't know what she heard that from.
It was sounding retarded.
She must not know how dark God is.
Exactly. We're gonna pull that. But I'm just saying, like, it was so stupid.
Christ looked like that wall back there.
Exactly. So like, they telling us to put on suntan lotion or whatever. That's gonna decrease your value.
Right. Yeah, especially looking at it from that standpoint.
They telling you to decrease your. They just basically telling you to decrease your value. But there's ways that you can and things that you can do to lighten your skin. Mm-hmm. They got creams where you can lighten your skin. All you doing is diminishing your melanin. Mm-hmm. That's all you doing. You bringing down your value.
Yep. That's like setting $40 million on fire.
Exactly. They got pills that you can take. You can go look these things up. I did have it pulled up, but it kind of just bounced off. You know, so they're even trying to find a way where it can go on the market. But of course, it's not going to be the organic stuff. So, like, it's going to go on the market where you can invest into this stuff, man. If it's not already on the market, it's more valuable than gold. Okay. Okay. So let me get some scripts real quick. Give me Daniel 7:9. Let's get some classics. Just give me some classics real quick, man. Let's go to the Most High. Okay? Let me tell you how he looked. You got to read it.
The book of Daniel, chapter 7, verse 9. I beheld till the thrones were cast down, and the Ancient of Days did sit.
That's the Most High, because there's no beginning in his time. He had no beginning nor ending. He's the Ancient of Days. I am that I am. He's the Most High God. Read.
Whose garment was white as snow, and the hair of his head like the pure wool.
Like the pure wool. Like the pure wool. We went over in last Sabbath class that the curly hair is dominant. So God created us in his image. Okay? The children of God in his image. Okay? Continue.
His throne was like the fiery flame, and his wheels as burning fire.
Okay? So this is describing the Most High. Okay? Letting you know that he is a so-called, what they would call, black man. Okay? Give me Revelations 1:14. Give me that one. You got to read it.
The book of Revelation, chapter 1, verse 14. His head and his hairs were white like wool.
Stop. White like wool, to let you know. You seen the Father, you seen the Son. You seen the Father, you seen the Son. They look alike, right? Continue.
His head and his hairs were white like wool, as white as snow, and his eyes were as a flame of fire, and his feet like unto fine brass.
Like unto fine brass, read.
As if they burned in a furnace.
As if they burned in a furnace. Okay? As if they burned in the furnace. You take anything brass and you burn it, it's going to turn black. So, continue read.
And his voice as the sound of many waters.
So, this let you know that Yahushua, Christ, right? The Messiah, is dark skinned. He had that valuable melanin. He's the creator of melanin. Okay? That's letting you know that. You know, because hey, all this foolishness gotta stop, man. Y'all don't want just skin color that the Most High gave you that's worth, you worth 40 million. The average black man is worth 40 million. A gram of melanin is worth $500. You are more valuable than gold on the market. You are more valuable than platinum. So we got to start keeping these laws, statutes, and commandments, right? If you love God. Give me that in John 14:15. Give me that real quick. Because you got to know that you are you fine gold and you pure gold and all this and that. But to be recognized as that by the Most High, you gotta love Him, and that's keeping the other commandments.
All right.
You got it. Read it.
The book of John, chapter 14, verse 15. If ye love me, keep my commandments.
If you love me, keep my commandments. That's what you got to be doing. All right. Give me 1 John 5:3. Give me 1 John 5:3. Because, I ain't trying to just pump your head up so you can walk around like, hey, I'm worth 40 million. I ain't trying to just do that. I'm trying to get you to change spiritually so you can know that you worth more than 40 million. You got to read it.
The book of 1 John, chapter 5, verse 3. For this is the love of God, that we keep his commandments, and his commandments are not grievous.
So that's what we need to do. We need to keep the commandments if we love God. If you ain't keeping the commandments and you claim that you love God, you are a liar. Give me that. 1 John 2:3.
All right. And hereby, you want me to start?
Yes.
The book of 1 John, chapter 2, verse 3. And hereby we do know that we know him, if we keep his commandments. He that saith, I know him, and keepeth not his commandments, is a liar.
Is a what?
Is a liar.
Read.
And the truth is not in him.
Read.
But whoso keepeth his word, in him verily is the love of God perfected. Hereby know we that we are in him.
Read.
Verse 6. He that saith he abideth in him, ought himself also to walk, even as he walked.
So you got to walk as he walked if you want to be refined into that pure gold. You want to be made into that pure gold, right? You can't just be saying, oh man, I know I'm valued. No, you're not valued until you walk as he walked.
Right.
You understand? Give me Isaiah 13:12. Give me that. You got to read it.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 13, verse 12. I will make a man more precious than fine gold.
Then what?
Than fine gold.
So you're going to be more precious than fine gold. You already worth 40 million. All right? But you're going to be worth more than gold. Read.
Even a man than the golden wedge of Ophir.
So you're going to be worth more than the golden wedge of Ophir. Read.
Therefore I will shake the heaven. Therefore I will shake the heavens, and the earth shall remove out of her place in the wrath of the Lord of hosts, and in the day of his fierce anger.
So if you don't get right, you're going to see the wrath of the Lord in his fierce anger. You understand what I'm saying? You got to get right. Y'all got to get right. All right? So you just can't be walking around here, oh, yeah, I know I'm worth, I'm valued. If you ain't keeping these laws, statutes, and commandments, you're not going to make the cut. You're not going. Give me, stay in Isaiah. Give me 48, verse 9. Give me Isaiah 48, verse 9. We're going to close it. I got one more after this. Y'all get the picture. You got it. Read it.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 48, verse 9. For my name's sake will I defer mine anger, and for my praise will I refrain for thee, that I cut thee not off.
That we be not cut off. You're going to refrain, his anger. Okay? He's going to defer his anger. And for my praise will I refrain for thee, that I cut thee not off. Read verse 10.
Behold, I have refined thee, but not with silver. I have chosen thee in the furnace of affliction.
So we're going to be refined, okay? Not with silver. Like, we're going to be made more precious than gold. But we got to get them impurities up out of us. All right? So we're going to go through these afflictions, okay? We're going to go through these afflictions. We got to keep enduring. Okay, continue.
All right. For verse 11, for mine own sake, even for mine own sake, will I do it. For how should my name be polluted? And I will not give my glory unto another.
He's not going to give his glory to another.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? He's not going to give his glory to another. He made that promise to our forefathers. Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. He made that covenant with our forefathers. All right? Give me verse 12.
Verse 12. Hearken unto me, O Jacob, and Israel, my called.
My who?
My called.
So the Israelites are his called. Read.
I am he. I am the first. I also am the last.
There you go. So we need to be following the Most High God. You understand what I'm saying? And his son. Okay? The Christ. The Messiah. That's what we need to be doing. So we can be refined. So we can make the cut. So we can make the cut. Give me that. Zechariah 13, verse 8. We're going to end it out with this one. So, y'all got to know, man, brothers and sisters, y'all got to know what you value that. Because on record, you are valued. Through scientists, you're valued. Biology, you're valued. Anatomy, you're valued. Your parts are valuable. Your melanin is valuable. Okay? You're valuable in the Most High God's eyes. He chose you. He chose you as a special people over all nations, above all nations. Okay? So we got to know this and stop modifying yourself generically. And be proud of who you are. And change and repent and come back to these laws, statutes, and commandments. So you can make the cut. You got it, read it.
The book of Zechariah, chapter 13, verse 8. And it shall come to pass that in all the land, saith the Lord, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die. But
stop. 2 parts of the world shall be cut off and die. Read it from the top again.
And it shall come to pass that in all the land, saith the Lord, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die, but the third shall be left therein.
Stop. So if you take a pie or whatever, and you take one piece out of it, the third, 2/3 of it is going to die. Only one part is going to be saved. Okay? Read.
All right. Verse 9. And I will bring the third part through the fire.
Through the fire. We're going to have to come through the fire. You understand what I'm saying? We're going to have to come through that fire. All right? Read.
And will refine them as silver is refined.
So we got to be refined as silver refined. As you talk to any goldsmith or any body that works with gold and find gold and deal with gold, you got to flame that fire up, or silver or any kind of
element,
mineral or natural gold and stuff like that comes up out the earth. You got to get the impurities out of it. It got to be refined. Read.
All right. And will refine them as silver is refined, and will try them as gold is tried.
So you're going to be tried as gold is tried. How? You're going to be tried by these laws, statutes, and commandments. You got to make sure that you are right according to these scriptures. Read.
All right. They shall call on my name, and I will hear them. I will say, it is my people. And they shall say, the Lord is my God.
So we're going to be refined. We're going to be tried as gold is tried. Okay? Because the Most High want to see if you spiritually worth, as they say that you are physically worth. Okay? He made your melanin very valuable. He did. He made you very valuable. But he's going to see if you spiritually able to make this cut. He's going to refine you spiritually. Okay? So we got to stop with the foolishness. We got to stop envying our oppressor. Okay? Choosing his ways. Give me that real quick. I know I said it was good. Give me that Proverbs 31 and 3. Proverbs 3:31. Give me that real quick. Then we're going to get up out of here. Proverbs 3:31. You got to read it.
The book of Proverbs chapter 3 verse 31. Envy thou not the oppressor, and choose none of his ways.
Envy thou not the oppressor, and choose none of his ways. Don't be lightening your skin. Don't be lightening your hair. That's envy. That means you're not happy with self. And choose none of his ways. Be yourself. And oh yeah, we can rock this and we can freak that. You don't see them walking around with no big ass afros on their head. You don't do that. You don't see them walk around blackface unless they mocking you. They proud of who they are. If they blind, they proud of being blind. If they brunette, they proud of being whatever they are. Be yourself. Okay? Stop envying your oppressor. Don't do that. Leave them creams alone. Leave them shots alone. Leave them butt injection alone. Whatever it is that you feel like you got to generically modify yourself. Get yourself together. Them curses gonna be lifted up off of us if we make the cut. All the itching of the scab and all that is gonna be gone. The alopecia and all these things that's stopping your hair from growing or whatever you feel like you gotta do, you're gonna be refined as gold. Okay, you're gonna be made more precious as gold. All right. So I hope this lesson was edifying. I hope it strengthened your walk. I hope y'all are out there repenting daily and dying daily, meaning getting rid of yourself, killing that old man off. All right. I hope y'all watching and paying attention to what's going on. I hope that y'all are, repenting, getting rid of the drugs and alcohol, keeping the Sabbath, sisters getting modest and putting on a dress, covering up your bodies. Stop whoring yourself out. Okay? Brothers, stop slanging the dope. Stop acting like niggas out here and start realizing the value and how valuable you are. All right? So, like I always love to say, remember, don't shoot. I am only the messenger. Shalom.